Probably notice that when you buy pencils, they have a number and a letter on them. They follow a grading system. In this video, I'll talk about that grading system, what those numbers and letters mean. And if you go grab the pencils that you own, then we can do a little exercise together to test out what those different pencils can do. Hi, I'm Emily from the Pencil Room Online, bringing you quality drawing tips and tutorials. You can check out my more in-depth classes on Skillshare via the link in the description below. So you may have noticed that pencils come in different grades. In this video, we'll take a look at the different numbers on these pencils, find out what they mean, and then see what these pencils can do. So I've got a range of pencils here. I've got a 2H, an HB, a 2B and a 6B, and for the exercise we're going to do, ideally you'd have all the same brand of pencils. I've got this one here, it's an odd one out, but it does happen to be the middle pencil in the grading system, so that works okay. So this one here is an HB pencil. So what does the H and what does the B mean? So H means hard, B means black. So a pencil that has an H number is going to be hard, it's going to be sharp, it's going to be light. A pencil that has a B number is going to be black, it's going to be soft, and it's going to be dark. So this is my middle pencil here, it's an HB, it's right in the middle of the grading scale. From an H you can go lighter to a 2H, 3H, you can keep going up I think to an 8H, and these pencils here get progressively lighter. So an 8H is going to be very, very light. From here, the B pencils, you can go to a 2B, a 3B, a 4B, and progressively darker until you get to an 8B. So in the grading system of pencils, the 8H is going to be the lightest pencil you can get, and the 8B is going to be the darkest pencil you can get. So let's do a quick exercise to see what these different pencils can do. And I'd suggest trying this out with all of your pencils. Just going to draw a small grid. I've got 4 pencils, so I'm going to divide it into 4 lines. And then I'm going to divide this into 5. So this here is going to be my HB pencil, and I'll start with my HB pencil. Very first thing I'm going to do is start with this square here, and in the square I'm going to try and shade as lightly as I can. Very, very light, barely touching the paper. And you'll see I'm holding my pencil in a slightly different manner to normal. It's just so that I can just let the pencil rest on top of the paper and then move it gently from side to side. Then I'm going to jump down to this end of the scale, and this square here I'm going to shade as dark as I can. So we're going to figure out the capacity of our different pencils. This one at the end might take a little bit of going over one way and then the other way. And then this one right in the middle, I'm going to aim for a tone that's directly halfway between this darkest tone and this lightest tone. And when you're shading, you're trying to keep the pressure even, trying to fill in any of those little gaps that might show up of white paper. And then with these two squares, my goal is to find a tone that's directly between the lightest and the mid-tone to go in here, and then a tone that's directly halfway between the mid-tone and the darkest tone to go in here. So start with this lightest one, keeping the pressure really light to start with. You can always go darker if you need to. And then comparing it to these two tones. And finding a tone that's halfway between this lightest and this mid-tone. And the same thing here. I'm aiming for a tone that's halfway in between. So start off fairly light, and then I can always go darker. And just adjust it as I go until I've got a tone that is in between those tones on either side. So what this is showing me is that my HB pencil can shade as light as this and as dark as this. I'm going to do the same with the 2H pencil, and then the 2B, and then the 6B pencil. So each time I'm going to start with the very lightest tone I can. This one you probably won't even be able to see on the video screen because it's so light. And then I'm going to go right down and do the darkest one. And with this 2H pencil, or any H pencil, you're going to have to push really hard and go back and forth one direction then the other to get a dark tone. So you can see a huge difference between this darkest tone of my 2H pencil and this darkest tone of my HB pencil. That may be in part due to the fact that these are different brands. The numbers on the pencils do vary a lot between the brands, but a 2H pencil is a very light pencil. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one, then you'll see me do the 2B and the 6B, and we'll have a look at it at the end. So once we've done this, what does this tell us? Well, you can see quite clearly that the very lightest tone I can get is going to be with my 2H pencil. So if I'm wanting to do any drawing where I don't want the lines to show up later, that's going to be a good choice. The very darkest tone I can achieve is with my 6B pencil. So if I'm working on a drawing and I want there to be some really deep blacks, I'm going to pick up that 6B pencil and use that one. There's not a lot of difference between the HB and the 2B pencil. It can go a bit darker with the 2B, so perhaps the 2B has a little bit more range than the HB. What I tend to use in my drawings is a 2H to start with, and then I'll use a 2B to work in with some more tones, and then I'll use a 6B to finish up any of those really dark tones that I want to use. You can also see a difference in the quality of the mark making. So if you have a close look, the 2H pencil is quite scratchy. You can see the lines that I've made. You can see the white gaps in between where I haven't taken the time to shade them really carefully. And then you can see as we go down with the 2B and the 6B, how soft the pencil gets. So it gets blunt quite quickly, which means that we may need to sharpen it more often if we want sharp marks, but it also gives you that really nice, smooth shading that brings out the texture of the paper that you can use to your advantage sometimes. If you found these tips useful, please subscribe to this channel so I can bring you more drawing tips and tutorials. You'll find a link in the description below to my more in-depth Skillshare classes, and if you sign up via that link, you'll get 2 free months membership, cancel anytime. Thanks for joining me and happy drawing.